YouTube, what's good YouTube? It's King back in his thing, and if you guys are new here to the channel, definitely be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate all your support, and it helps the channel get out there so more people can be exposed to the truth and enjoy this content just like you right now. And also, prayers out to everybody watching these videos. I really do wish and pray everyone has excellent health and safety and all that. Prayers out to President Trump, prayers out to Alina Habba, prayers out to Judge Merchan, Fani Willis, Judge Engeron, and the rest of them. Prayers out to everybody over there. And you really got to stay prayed up out here, man. These are difficult times for a lot of people. A lot of people are out here, anxious. A lot of people are battling depression, so you never know what your neighbor is going through. So it's important to stay prayed up so that you can be a blessing to somebody else as well, guys. So, we definitely stand on that over here. Faith, family, and freedom. We stand on those things, as well as everything on this wall, including John Wick. I like John Wick. And so, yeah, this is one of my favorite movies. Shout out to John Wick. But also, that's all for my intro. I will be giving my thoughts and commentary on the back end. I hope everyone's having a great day. And let's go. Let's break this thing down, guys.
Gentleman from Wisconsin is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thanks for being here today. And I know we've been kind of going on. I'm trying not to rehash anything that's already been discussed. But Commissioner Traynor, is the Manhattan District Attorney's Office charged with determining whether someone violated the Federal Elections Campaign Act or FECA?
No, Congressman. That is exclusive jurisdiction of the Federal Election Commission and ultimately could be referred to the Department of Justice if it's found to be criminal.
So certainly not the New York Supreme Court either, state Supreme Court?
Absolutely not.
No. So as you said, it's Federal Elections Commission. Was President Trump's alleged payment via Michael Cohen to Stephanie Clifford referred to the FEC?
We did have several complaints related to it.
And what did the FEC decide with respect to that referral?
Well, ultimately, we deadlocked on a decision related to it, but the real factor in making the determination was the fact that the Department of Justice asked us to abate those proceedings so that they could conduct an over a year-long criminal investigation, which they determined there was no criminality in, and then they sent it back to us, and it was statute of limitations barred.
So did the Justice Department also decline to charge the former president for charges related to FECA?
They did.
Right. And so the two agencies that are charged by Congress to determine whether President Trump's payment constituted a violation of FECA found no violation and took no enforcement action. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right. Thank you very much. Ms. Foley, you argued in a recent Wall Street Journal op-ed that Judge Merchan likely denied President Trump a meaningful opportunity to be heard by denying the testimony of former FEC Chairman Brad Smith. Can you please elaborate a little bit on that?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of sort of misreporting on what happened here. Yes, Judge Merchan, as my colleague, Mr. Eisen, points out, did allow Brad Smith to testify, but the catch was he could not opine at all, either provide his opinion or any personal opinion or legal opinion regarding whether or not President Trump's actions had violated FECA, which was basically, then he was useless, which is why President Trump didn't call him as a witness. So the whole point was President Trump wanted an expert witness to put before the jury to show the jury that what he had done did not, in fact, violate federal election law. And he was denied that opportunity, and that seems like a rather basic thing that he would have the opportunity to be heard on.
Do you think there was a chance that he could have had success upon appeal?
Will he have success on appeal of this? Yeah, sure, absolutely. I mean, the thing is that, again, I agree with Norm on the fact that the bias issues are difficult to win because they get deferential standards of review. But the due process issue is a question of law. It gets de novo review. The appellate courts get to look at it with fresh eyes, no deference whatsoever. And more importantly, due process issues are issues that the Supreme Court can ultimately grant cert and hear.
Right. So Judge Merchan also ruled that Michael Cohen's guilty plea for violating FECA was inadmissible at trial. Why do you think he made that ruling? I think we know, but...
Well, because you can't basically taint one individual by the guilty conduct of another.
Judge Mershon also ruled that D.A. Bragg could elicit testimony from Mr. Cohen about his guilty plea to impeach his credibility as a witness. D.A. Bragg then repeatedly made reference at trial in his office closing arguments to the jury about Cohen's FICA guilty plea. Did repeatedly subjecting the jury to this testimony essentially get around the judge's own ruling that Cohen's FICA guilty plea was inadmissible as substantive evidence?
Yeah, I mean, that should have been reined in. That was clearly trying to, taint one person through association with another who was guilty. They also did the same thing, I believe, with the CFO of Trump Organization. They made similar comments because he also entered a guilty plea.
Very good.
Weisselberg. Yeah.
Thank you. I yield back.
Okay, gentlemen yield? Will gentlemen yield? I do. Thank you. So I just want to get this straight. The campaign finance expert wasn't allowed to testify about campaign finance.
Yeah, exactly. And, the way Judge Mershon tried to explain it is he said, well, I'm the expert of the law. And, okay, granted, that's why the judge is there. But
Brad Smith wasn't allowed to talk about the very testimony we just got from Commissioner Traynor, in essence.
Precisely.
Right? Well, we're going to give Brad Smith a chance to testify in front of this committee as well. And we're going to let him tell the Congress and the country what he wasn't allowed to tell the court and the jury, because we think that's important. And the gentleman from Wisconsin was right on target when he was asking that question.
Quite frankly, I think that, moving forward as we near closer to the election, we definitely just have to put, our best foot forward and really just show out for Trump, man, especially with all the hell that he's been going through. And, I stated this earlier, but I'm going to state it again. Shout out to Alina Habba. Shout out to Trump. Shout out to his team. And shout out to all the Americans that, wake up in the morning and make this country what it is today. The hardworking Americans, the families out here that are doing the best they can, and everybody, man. It's an interesting world we live in right now, and at this kind of time right now in these days, you definitely got to stay prayed up. You definitely got to be proactive. You definitely just got to keep moving forward and put your best foot forward out here, and really, really look at the things that you're blessed with rather than focus on the negatives out here, because that's what they want you to do. They want you to lose hope. They want you to lose faith. They want you to sit here and think that your kids are going to be destroyed and all that kind of stuff. It's jacked up out here, man. I really just cling to God, honestly. That's really what I personally do, and that's what I recommend to others. They definitely want to come after the kids out here. It's bad. I say that because when I look at California and the stuff they can do out there, it's insane. And then you look at New York, all the more insane, pretty much like most of the liberal states and cities, man, gone, just gone. That's my own personal viewpoints. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, of course. But yeah, I wouldn't go start a family in California. That would be insane. I couldn't do that. But yeah, man, like I said, you definitely just got to support Trump, man. Come November, you definitely got to just vote, man. This will be the first election that I'm voting in, actually. I never really was too big into politics. I came from the left myself, and a lot of the things that made me really look at, okay, what does Trump stand for was, the economy. I started noticing over the past 4 years, life gradually got harder, and I was like, what the heck? When I was 18, 19, life was easy. And not because I just graduated around that time either. Things were just as expensive, life was just simpler. I remember I didn't mind getting gas. Getting a full tank wasn't really a big deal. It was kind of like, oh, right, I got another full tank again. Now it's like, oh man, geez, I gotta get groceries again. I just paid my car note. It's crazy out here, man. It's crazy out here. But these are my thoughts today, man. Like I said, definitely stay prayed up out here, man, and definitely stay positive because they want to get you down any way they can. And prayers out to Trump. I think this debate is going to be crazy, but I do believe that it'll propel him forward. So that's that. Comment down below your own thoughts, guys. Like I said, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. And let me know what you guys think about everything regarding this video, regarding the election, regarding who you think will win, all that kind of stuff. And I will see you guys in the next one. Everyone continue to have a great day and a very blessed day or night at the time, whichever time you're watching this video. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.